Hello, hello, hello. It is Friday. It is Crafty Friday for you and me. And today's subject is going to be mosaics. What is a mosaic? Well, let's say you have a favorite picture. Let's say it's SpongeBob. And you take SpongeBob, and of course you would use the yellow pieces of paper. And you would cut out all these little yellow squares, rectangles, or whatever you want, and you would shape these little squares into the shape of SpongeBob. A mosaic, you usually see them. Sometimes I've seen them in hallways, in apartment buildings. You find them in office buildings. Sometimes you really have to look for them. They're not everywhere, but a mosaic is something like this. I have one here, and it is of an apple. That is a mosaic. And it's just a picture that has been cut into little squares and put back together. But you see there's spacing in between them. This is an art that can go back more than 2,000 years. That's a long time. And even probably before then. And actually, since it can go back that far, you know what? That means that this material is strong. These are tiles. They will be made out of pieces, and then they would be fired, and they would last for centuries. This is a mosaic of an apple. It would be in Greek history, Mesopotamian history. Here's a beautiful butterfly. I have two beautiful butterflies that are mosaics. Like I said, you can have a favorite character, SpongeBob. It could be anything you want. How about the turtles? Ninja Turtles? All you have to do is find that picture, hopefully in a magazine, not in a book that you would read. But these are all mosaics. So again, if I had this picture of this Skippy Jones, all I would have to do is cut him into small pieces, little squares, and then I would take him and place him in pieces just on a piece of paper, and the pieces would be just separated by small gaps. Like these have gaps in between each one. It's not a complete picture. It's more of a segment of a picture. This is one that Miss Lori made. Now, what is it to you? It could be anything to everybody. It's something different. I'm not sure what I see here. I don't know if you would hold it this way or this way. It doesn't matter which way you hold it, because it's whatever you want it to be. And again, a mosaic is pictures that have been segmented into little squares or triangles. Could be any shape you want. Like this one. This one here is not in little squares. It's actually in all kinds of shapes. This one is primarily into little squares. I actually like this one very much. And the apple. I like most things that are apple in art. So, if you would come to the library, in the lobby, there are these bags, Crafty Friday bags. It has the black sheet that you would apply your objects to. You would cut them out, glue them down. First, have a picture in mind that you want to make. If it's an apple, here's the red. Doesn't have to be an apple that big. It can be a very small apple. You have red, yellow, purple, green, blue. So you have a lot of colors to work with. And to make them, it's quite simple. Again, you should have an outline. Draw it on your piece of paper, and then just fit these little squares into that outline. This would be your instruction sheet telling you exactly how to make that mosaic. And first, you would make your outline, and then you would start gluing your pieces to that outline. And it's got some samples on here of a butterfly. Since it wasn't printed in color, I really can't tell you what some of these shapes are, But I can tell that's a butterfly. This one could be something like this right here, a sun. Is that a sun to you? That's what it is to me. And then you would take those pieces, you would outline that sun, if you want it to be orange and yellow, and then maybe you could put different colors in between each of the sun's rays. I think it's a very nice art. We've done this before, and I do like making mosaics. So, don't forget, they're in the lobby at the library. You don't have to come in the building, just come to the front door, the outside door, and they're right there in the lobby for you. Please, I want you to have a great day, and I'm gonna try to put this together in some shape, some form. Let's see how I do. I don't want my pieces to be too small, but remember where they go. Because that would be bad if I couldn't put Skippy Jones back together. But, let's see, I could put him there, and I'm gonna leave a little space between each one of these cuts. So there are his feet. It's a puzzle. That's what it is, it's a puzzle. And you just have to put it back together, but you don't want to put it back together right together. Put it together like a puzzle. There are his eyes. In fact, you don't have to put it back together anything that looks like Skippy Jones. It can be like Picasso, you know. One of these days you'll learn about his art. Weird. But it's art. Art is whatever you make it. And it's part of his eye again. Where that goes, I should have been paying attention. And then you would put that together, bring that up, maybe not so much spacing in between. You want it to look like it, you know what it is, or not. It doesn't have to look like anything, just what you want it to look like. One last piece. That is going to be part of his head, which will go right about there. That's his ear. And that, again, it's going to be segmented. That means it's not going to be all one piece. That's his eye. Here's the rest of his eye. And since this has a sticky back, I'm gonna put this together. Watch me fumble with this, because it's Friday. And you know what, boys and girls? It's a beautiful day outside. I hope that if you're not in school yet, that you've had a chance to get outside and play a little bit, even though the grass and ground is a little wet. I'm gonna stick that right there. I'm gonna stick this piece over there. It's supposed to be nice again tomorrow. So be nice if you, oh, and it's going to be very cold tomorrow too, but just get out there and get some of that sun. Okay? Skippy Jones is coming together. Again, I'm not going to put him back together perfectly. Art does not have to be perfect. I'm going to place that there. Separate it a little bit. I'll put this next piece on. And this part of him. There. Now I have his ears and the top of his head. Upside down. But art does not have to be perfect. That's what I like about art. It does not have to be perfect. And this is not going to be perfect. But it's a lot of fun to make. Okay, it can be like this, more conservative, or it can be like this, not conservative, but it's nice, isn't it? I'm gonna put that right there. That's the other side of his part of his head, and this other part of his ear. I am in such trouble. That's gonna go right over there. Now this is Skippy Jones. Is it a perfect picture of him? No. I'm gonna turn this piece over because I think it's upside down. Actually, that is right. This must be upside down. This is gonna go here. Again, it's not perfect, but it is in segments. And of course, I could have cut this into more pieces, but I decided not to. I decided not to do it that way. And this is my picture of Skippy Jones. I'm gonna move this a little bit closer. So what you can do is cut your pieces out, make your form like it's right here, this right here. Make the shape that you want, and then you can put the pieces on before you put the glue on, and then go back again, place it on there before the glue is on. And if you need to make any changes, do so. This will be whatever you want it to be, and it can be as nice as you want it to be, or as strange as you want it to be, because life is strange. Now, Skippy Jones. Something's not quite right, but that's my picture of Skippy Jones. And it's not like it was when it was on that piece of paper before I cut everything out. But I want you all to have a great and wonderful day, and have a great and wonderful weekend. And while the sun's out, please get outside and get some of that fresh air, because you know what? Rain's coming back. But not for now. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you next month. Take care. Bye.